Okay, so let's see if we can do anything. I don't know if it's too early.
Don't even think of climbing in there, monsieur. You'll be suffocated.
Okay.
I always wondered how it felt to be a mummy.
So now when I've talked to, what was his name? Loberno. I should probably get to Nicole Collard. My sweetie honey bunny. I guess it's time for it. Tell Ubu? No. Montfaucon. Let's go and check it out. Hello, Montfaucon.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
Well, enjoy, son. Do it. Okay. Can you look at this?
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
No, I am just having a little joke.
Have you seen this man before?
No.
His name is
Who is it?
Can.
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
Oh, snap.
Look at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long.
Well, that was kind of stupid. I guess I have to show it for
Take a look at this.
the museum guy.
An electrician. My TV has been acting up. Could you fix it?
I doubt it. This isn't my ID.
Do I have this still? That was weird. Didn't I lose it? Okay.
Do you know what this is?
It's a sewer key.
Does it mean anything to you?
Do you belong to some obscure arm of the Masons?
Well, I guess you don't know shit about anything.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be here. I remember I should do something with you. What could that be? Can I? Yes. Well, oops. Well, this is pretty weird, but yeah. Let's try it. Doesn't harm anybody.
Hey! Hey, you!
I knew it.
What do you think you're doing? Leave that cover alone. Now.
Alone? Well, pardon me.
Sorry. No harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Okay. What's going on up here? Let's see. Well, let's see what this is. Could be something important.
In French, English, and German it read, In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
That sounds beautiful. Burned by the stake. Alright, I recognize this place. Montfaucon. Some chairs or
I didn't have time to sit around.
benches. Let's look at shit. Let's do the thing we are good at.
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
Alright, so I know that I have to do something with this statue.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
But I don't know if I need to use this one. Nope. I need to talk to the museum guy. And then I have to get
Carrying
back
all
here.
that armor around must have been hard work.
Oh yeah.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
But you recognize one of the pictures, don't you? Oops.
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain.
Yeah, it's pretty plain.
I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Alright, so nothing right now. As it seems. So I have to get back here later. Okay, let's go and check out the post of the police. Let's talk to Mo. I hear some happy music. That means something good.
Excuse me?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's
N'est-ce
correct.
pas?
You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
Yeah,
I
why
don't
the
know.
mole?
Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like
Probably.
to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Hotel Lobo.
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them, and the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks for taking me seriously.
I'm only doing my duty, monsieur.
Khan.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a
Okay.
scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I've been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Oh no.
Ever heard of a guy called Marquet? Jacques Marquet?
Marquet, I know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
An all-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Have you heard of the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread throughout France. We haven't forgotten them, unlike the rest of Europe.
It was the King of France who persecuted them, though.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy. You're obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of chivalry.
Not everyone would share your views, Inspector.
Not everyone shares my passion for Bartok.
But if the Templars were as honorable as...
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobbard.
Alright.
Why do you get so wound up about the Knights Templar? They've been dead for centuries. I shouldn't have pushed my luck. Maybe his ancestors were Templars. Whatever. I saw the anger flare in his eyes like a distant summer thunderstorm.
The Templars were the first true internationalists. 800 years on, and still the world is fragmented by nationalistic flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
Oops. That was pretty stupid of me. Alright, so did that settle anything?
Excuse me,
What do you want now?
is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Why did he have to go away though?
It's Stobbart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Thank you, Moo.
Couldn't he just be standing there instead of going back and forth? Oh, I'm not gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna talk about people.
Have you heard of Professor Pegram, the archaeologist?
Molly Pegram, the second son of Lord Barclay Pegram.
I don't know. I only read about him in a magazine.
So much for the efficacy of rehabilitation. What has he done this time?
He made an important archaeological find in Ireland.
Yep.
Do you know Pegram well?
I have connections with the family, but I wouldn't say I knew him at all.
Is his name really Molly?
Of course not. That was the nickname he was given at school. All his friends and acquaintances know him as Molly.
Molly?
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No, you must forget the business of the crown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist,
Ooh,
Stobbard.
blackmail.
Do you know a pair of thugs called Flap and Guido?
I have known those two since they graduated from special school. Flap is a nasty piece of work, but Guido is the real brains of the partnership. Where did you hear of them?
I met them out front of the Hotel Ubu. Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
What was that psycho-detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in violent crimes create ripples in the ether, invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed and receptive mind.
I'm impressed. Can you bend spoons, too?
That would
I
be pretty
didn't
cool.
think a man of your obvious intelligence would stoop to mockery.
I'm not mocking. I've had personal experience of the power of the mind. I used to get ignored at parties until I read a book that changed my life.
Really? What was it called?
Hypnotism for Fun and Profit. He looked at me as if I'd farted at a funeral.
The power of mesmerism is a rare gift, not a party trick.
Ooh. Okay, let's not go to
Does this
deeper water.
matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur. I suggest you ask Sergeant Moo about that. God only knows why, but he collects matchbooks. He claims it is a hobby.
Well, Mo, do you have anything in your defense?
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
It's another one of the assumed names used by the killer.
Ah, the famous killer clown case.
Yeah. You might have forgotten all about it, but I still aim to find that guy.
Okay.
You're not
well,
going to try any of that psychic interrogation on me, are you?
Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful?
Let's just say I'd rather you didn't. I've got more doubts than doubting Thomas when it comes to mysticism.
Too bad. I think you would make an interesting subject under controlled regression.
The day I let anyone mess with my mind hasn't dawned yet.
Well, okay. So
So
we
long, Inspector.
got some information that they don't work with the case anymore. So something is blackmailed. Somebody is blackmailed. Mo, please, can you tell me something about
Excuse
the
me?
matchbooks?
What do you want now?
What is this, my friend?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you, Sergeant?
That's a double-lined Swedish with a crosshatch Bergman strike strip. Now,
shit.
that's unusual. Pre-war Anderson hinging.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside of a private collection.
It's rare then?
In this part of the world, yes. There are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila, and Slough.
Alright, good work.
See you later, Sergeant.
Let's go to Manila. Get some sun. And booze. And a tan. Well, that's the same as the first one. But yeah, hospital? Oh, shit. Let's go to the hospital.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint.
Well, let's get some information. Ah, so it's a
I felt a little
Plantow
guilty as I
guy.
tried the door,
Alright.
like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
The door was locked. Okay. Ayo. Hello.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit.
Alright. Do you know this
Do you
guy?
know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And no, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Well, that's good. I've seen this
Do
guy.
you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
See you later.
Right.
Alright, let's talk to her. This lovely lady.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Hello there, sweetie.
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
Oh.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
A woman's touch.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
Well, that's good, George.
I guess not.
You're perfect.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
I got this one.
Look at this ID pass.
Oh,
So
shit.
you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall.
B12. Alright. To the left.
Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's
J2.
Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Alright.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
Capital J.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2.
Alright.
And good luck.
Oh, thank you. See you later.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Let's talk to this fine gentleman.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thanks for your
sir.
help.
Let's go. J. Something. Finally making progress. Oh, a few minutes later. That was probably wrong. Let's go this way.
As I turned the corner,
Yeah, we got it.
I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Hello, odd-looking guy. How's it going?
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Why are you so hard at old people, George?
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah, end of the corridor, ward J2.
J2, okay. Well, I guess.
See you later.
Never seen
Yeah,
those people.
take care now.
Okay, let's unplug this. J2. Where's J2? I'm sorry, sir.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Well, that's dramatic.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Can I open the door? George, what are you doing? Fuck. Perfect. Alright. Dr. Stobart.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
Ah, nice. All right. So J should be over here. See if I can drink some water.
Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was only my imagination, but the water tasted, well, peculiar.
Yeah, don't drink the water. Okay, J. Where's the J? Oh, that was wrong, probably. Yep. Alright. Over here. That's probably wrong. Alright. Let's check over here. No? Alright, so can I choose this one? There we got it.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, Doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Alright. I wish the best of you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Nope. Alright, so what was this? Can I use that one?
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Alright, well, I don't know. I don't want to make anything
Has Marquet had any visitors?
suspicious.
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Yeah, life goes on.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Alright, well,
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
let's talk to this guy. Alright. Let's talk to this guy. Alright.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
Okay, well,
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
alright, so I need to get over here.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
Well, that's good.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
That's true.
See you later.
Alright, so let's go over here. She's gonna stop me, isn't she?
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Alright, alright. I'm on to it. Perfect. 11
Seems
states.
fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Mm-hmm. So stay put. Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, Doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Can we put some sand in his mouth so he... Oh, that's
Okay,
killing.
let's try again.